Hello, my zesty Libras. It is I, Lee, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. So let's get into your weekly reading. It's going to start today to next Sunday. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Libra. So let's get into your reading, and let's ask the universe what you need to know right now. Just keep in mind that the reading may not resonate, and if it doesn't, that is perfectly okay. Check your others, the other two of your big three to determine if anything makes sense. If not, hey, go to another reader. Also, if you are receiving repeated messages and you ain't listening to them, listen here, okay? You need to do the work. The universe ain't gonna tell you stuff because it just wants to pick with you. No, you need to take heed of the messages, okay? All right, so the question is, what do you need to know for this week? Sweet universe, what does Libra need to know right now for this week? Excuse me. Very strong here. All right, so the first card out, we have Grand Symphony. Perfect Harmony. Do we have some musicians up in here? Cause Oops. Willing Release. And at the bottom of the deck, Beautiful Uncaging. Now, I only recognize this one, the Willing Release. So I'm going to look at the booklet because I don't know what neither one of these cards could be talking about, but what I do know is, I don't know, I instantly got musical vibes, and I think obviously because we see trumpets and whatnot, but this could be pertaining to someone that is in the music industry, or is someone who is in the music business, or is trying to, if you're trying to pursue a music career. And Beautiful Uncaging. For whatever reason, when I see this card, I'm thinking that it's talking about being authentically you. So, for example, if you are a musician of some sort, maybe you're writing lyrics, but you're in need of, I feel like so on the musical aspect of this, someone is having a hard time trying to find their style. And I believe, if I'm correct, this Beautiful Uncaging is asking you to unlock yourself. You have a lot of pent-up frustration that you can turn into art. And I just believe that if you were to willingly release, as this says, your fears and trust that the universe is going to bless this opportunity Set those intentions when you write your song lyrics. And say, you know, the producers are going to love this track. My fans or my supporters are going to love this track because they're going to understand that this is truly a piece of me. So let me go ahead and look at the booklet so that I can understand what Grand Symphony is talking about. Because when I see the number 27, I break it down to 9 because 2 plus 7 equals 9. And I get this sense that you have to go within and kind of search your soul and realize that there is more to you than just, you know, a drum beat. That you have the ability to orchestrate beautiful melodies. And then we have perfect harmony. I don't know. Okay, let me just keep going. So, number 27. Okay, so it says inclusivity, being a part of the whole, removing bias, seeing interconnectedness, knowing that everything you do has a consequence, unity consciousness, and the end of a division. Okay, so it says, today ask yourself, can you be a part of something bigger? Can you put the principles and needs of a group above your own wants? Can you fully embrace the concept of unity and diversity by celebrating all the notes in the sympathy? If so, or not sympathy, but symphony. If so, then you will indeed be wise. And whatever you are dreaming of will be fulfilled beyond your wildest hopes. It's time to do your part. Hold on. It's time to do your part to sing harmony with others. Stay in tune and learn the harmonies and the notes. Such sweetness will arise. So let's see here. Okay. And then I'm going to take a look at number 11. Togetherness, healthy and harmonious partnerships, commitment to a relationship, a collaboration with others, interdependence. So for some of you, I think that this is based on music. But in some cases, this is the personal desire to allow yourself to be, like I said, a part of something greater. So the need to look at the bigger picture is here. So for some of you, this is, okay, as I was saying, I may have said that out loud or not because I was thinking it, hermit energy. Needing to go within, like I did say that. So go on within and just kind of like figuring yourself out so that you can be your best self. And then, of course, the perfect harmony, it is what it is. A collaboration of some sort. You put your all in and you're going to get it right back. But above all, I feel like what this is saying, with, like I said, with the the willing release, you have to trust that the universe really has your back. Relinquish control. Stop wondering how it's going to happen or what would happen if you did do this way or whatever. Just trust in the serendipity of the situation. 10 times out of 10, what you're hoping for is going to come to pass. Now, let me go ahead and read number 14, because number 14, 1 plus 4 is 5, so this can be a challenge of the self. Okay, so it says, the prison of guilt, a need for self-inventory, um, rigorous honesty, accountability, making amends. Okay, so it says, take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will be free from you. I'm sorry, yes. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it. So you are able to connect with a truthful remorse. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take a self-inventory to a natural state of mind. A good question to ask yourself is why that guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that may not even be yours. Pay attention to action and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm a big BTS fan, okay? So this reminds me of Mr. Park Jimin. It just gives me Jimin vibes for whatever reason. But this could pertain to anybody. This could be anybody, okay? But I feel that this is saying, like I said, be your authentic self. But in this case, I didn't realize that there was guilt attached to this. But also, like it said, you might be taking on somebody else's energy, and you might have the desire to apologize for something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. And that could very well be. So I'm going to stop talking and let's get into this reading to see what this is talking about per se. Now, I brought up Park Jimin because the first song that came to mind was the song Lie. Caught in a Lie. And it's not so much like he did something wrong. It's a lie that external, factors are telling his subconscious, and he feels trapped in it, and he's trying to break away from it. But above all, I feel like this is saying that you are, like I said, you are part of something grand. And the universe is not complete without you. Flaws and all. Even though they refer to this as a grand symphony, we're a quilt. And you know what a quilt is. It's made up of different pieces of cloth, of different patterns, different textures, but that's who we are. We all have our own unique shape, our own personalities, but nonetheless, it would not be a quilt without us. So, thinking about the Grand Symphony, symphony is an abundance of different types of instruments, all playing, a particular tune, and they have their particular roles. I'm not very good at explaining things, but I try. It's all good. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the first card out, we have the Three of Swords. There is a detachment here where you feel rejected of some sort. Maybe someone broke your heart. Maybe you feel as though the separation from this person is tearing you apart. Maybe you feel as though you can't survive without being a part of um, this group. And that's interesting, speaking about BTS again. Um, so Park Jimin, if you just so happen to watch this video, not to call you out, but I can say that I know for a fact that having to separate himself from his group members was very difficult for him, because he's used to him and his 6 brothers doing things together. So taking this break, I could tell, or I could understand it being a little taxing. But I feel like if you're not Jimin per se, I feel like your heart has been broken. But please understand that this is only the energy of a 3, and that this heartbreak will pass, especially if you just broke up with someone. It may not seem that way now. You may sit there and think, well, how am I going to continue to, live without this person? I can tell you easily. Excuse me as I take a sip of my Gatorade. But yes, you will be able to live without them easily. Mind over matter. All right, so let's continue. We have the King of Swords here. So the King of Swords is about communication. He's also about taking action, and he's compassionate. He has a lot to teach someone. Very wise. But at the same time, I think that he has moments where he can be cold and aloof and detached. And I think that some of it has a lot to do with his internal thoughts. Sometimes he takes out his frustration on those closest to him or himself. Some of you don't think you're good enough, and you always talk negatively about yourself. Stop that. We have the 7 of Pentacles, as you can see, and this is saying what you desire is going to come to fruition. Okay? You got to be patient with yourself. You have to understand that before you can, when you start to see the blossoming of what appears to be a plant, or not a plant or a tree, your roots of this manifestation has to burrow into the soil. So it has to grow down and then come up. So don't give up assuming that because of the fact that you don't see things when you want to see them, that it's not going to happen. I think what you need to do is distract yourself with something else. Work on another project while this is, incubating, if you will. Then we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. So some of you are wanting validation, but you're not allowing yourself to give yourself credit. And that's what's hurting you. You have to ask yourself, who are you trying to receive this recognition from? And why? Okay? Because I don't understand. I mean, I guess because this is not my situation per se. So naturally, I'm not going to understand what's going on with you. But let me take a look at this booklet again because I want to see. again what it just said. Oh, okay, making amends. And so I think what this is saying is that you need to be completely honest with yourself. I don't think this has anything to do with anyone else, honestly. I mean, if it does, then I can say, like, whatever connection you were in, you know, like I said, it could have been a breakup, or maybe there was a separation. And I feel like you took the situation out on someone, and now you have to kind of sit here and set things out. You're wanting to be patient. You're wanting to know if things are going to reconcile. The universe is going to just trust the universe, but also keep in mind of this. If it's not in a person, it will, okay, if what you're wanting does not come in from that particular person, it can come from someone else or through something else. I will say that. But the need for the recognition, I feel as though, I don't know, let me look at the booklet. Because it's rare for me to see the Six of Pentacles, not Pentacles, but the Six of Wands in reverse. So this is letting me know that, hey, this is a problem. Not really a problem, but something to kind of pay close attention to. All right, let's see. So in reverse it says not seeing eye to eye, pessimism, resentment, and self-doubt. Okay, here we go. Resentment and self-doubt, a desire for acknowledgement, feelings of failure, comparisonitis, falling from grace. Okay, so it's that negative self-talk for some of you. And a strong need of validation and acknowledgement for whatever reason. And what did it also say? Not seeing eye to eye. So this could stem from an argument that you're going to have with someone. So naturally I can say, hey, just, you know, be patient and, you know, let this go. But I feel like, let's see, what is this? Not seeing eye to eye. I feel like the negative self-talk, the pessimism, that is a problem. And whether it's you or another person or, you know, a group of individuals, somebody is probably going to sit down with you and say, hey, look, we're concerned about you. What's going on? And at the end of the day, you have to be honest with yourself. You're not happy with yourself. There is some much needed self-care that you need to undergo. Let me continue. This makes me sad. If you are in the music industry or trying to get into the music business, then you need to stop the self-limiting belief system that you're not good enough, unless, I'm gonna be frank, unless you aren't good enough and you know that you're not. You can always find, you know, tools to help strengthen your production, your songwriting, but just as long as you're trying your best, don't just you know, throw out a mixtape and, or, excuse me, a mixtape and assume that it's gonna be a banger when, yeah, when it ain't gonna make sense to anybody. All right, feels good right there. And let me put these back. Excuse me. Right there. Okay. All right, so the first card out, we have the Knight of Wands. All right, so confidence is needed, that driven purpose. Like I said, you play a major role in this symphony. And the attachment that you have put towards your desires and your passions is hurting you. Now, the Knight of Swords is the go-getter. Okay, he allows his passions to drive him, and he will not stop. He will always chase after his passions. This could also signify a promiscuous lover. So if you have been heartbroken because of the fact that someone that you thought was a good candidate for you is out messing around with everybody, then don't be I guess be heartbroken, but accept it for what it is. But nonetheless, you're still part of the symphony. Don't give up your spirit because of one bad incident, okay? We have the Seven of Wands here. So I feel like this is you needing to protect your energy. Stop allowing, I feel like this is Jimin's reading and he has no idea who I am. But anyways, you have these opposing ideas, and this could be yours because you are like battling these invisible battles, or this could be other individuals saying these things to you and questioning why you do this and why you do that, making you feel inadequate. Stand your ground is what it's saying. Fight for what you love. Defend yourself. This could also signify sparring, playful sparring, or teaching someone. So I feel like if this is in the musical sense, I believe that you're going to become a teacher in your writing, because you're going to express some hard truths that people never knew about you, or really anybody. This doesn't really matter if you are a musician or not. Excuse me. I feel like once you drop that truth bomb, you're going to help so many people out. They're going to be shocked, because I feel like you play that poker face so well. You got everybody thinking that you're okay, but you're not. Understand that it's okay to not be okay. But what I tell you is not okay is lying to yourself about it. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. So you're going to reap the benefits. You're going to obtain your manifestation. This is also, this is abundance in the family. This is prosperity. This is contentment, security. Let me see what else we got here. We have the Eight of Cups. So for the Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve us, or walking away from a disappointment. Some of you are afraid of rejection. Some of you are, but at the same time, some of you fear rejection so bad that you are willing to put up with almost any type of energy just to have somebody near you. And I can't help but to ask, dear Libra, how is that fair? And how does that make sense? Like, what? I'm not shaming you, but I'm asking you this because I want you to think about that. Like, yeah, how does that make sense? You know? So, let's go ahead and continue with these cards. Oops. Well, kind of just fell out on their own. All right. Do I want to take these? Oh wait, they're way too many. Yeah, it's way too many. I'll take these back. I thought that I had an even amount. Like, wow, they fell out perfectly. For those that don't know who BTS Jimin is, I apologize if you feel like that is throwing you off. But the energy is still the same. This is a reading based upon the self at the end of the day. There are some regrets here. There is this detachment, or you believe that you're not worthy enough, so you detach yourself from certain things, but you don't realize that you play a critical role in your position. And I think it's because you beat yourself up. I don't know, some of you are perfectionists, and that's not working out for you. All right, so we have the Two of Wands. So this is should I or shouldn't I energy. Just make a choice. Don't worry about whether or not you're going to make a mistake. This is where the release willingly comes into play. Trust that the universe is going to give you exactly what it is that you want. Because, and I'm not talking about the same person or the same object. You're going to get that same quality that you are longing for, but it could be in a different facade. But at the end of the day, you're getting what you want. Please keep that in mind. Keep an open mind about that. That's what I'm trying to say. We have the Ten of Wands here with the the Seven of Wands. So it's time for you to place your burdens on the ground. Just walk away from them and rebuild your strength. Don't argue and continue to battle yourself what am I trying to say? Slow down, Lee. Take a breath because of my ADHD. If you are dealing with individuals that are constantly attacking what you do, I'm going to say that you're going to have to accept, I mean, you don't have to, but accept that you can't please everybody. You're always going to have somebody saying something. But that should not be something that's going to stifle your growth. You have to rise above that. At least do the best that you can to rise above that. We have the Emperor. And I believe that this is saying, adjust your crown, whether you're a man or a woman, adjust your crown and gain control over your life. See things for what they are. Some of these things that you believe are facades. When I think about the song Lie, he says he's caught in a lie. He realizes that they're lies. So it's time to call them out. Every time they try to rear their ugly head, it's like, nope, you are a figment of my imagination. Be gone. It's time for you to gain control over your life. And we have the Knight of Swords. This is determination. And I feel like rushing into a situation. Make sure that you're not rushing into any connections because of the thought of being alone. Please take your time. Practice discernment when you are connecting with someone. Because I know how easy it is to, if this is pertaining to a romance of some sort, and then even with friends, because we don't want to be alone, you know, we're willing to accept all walks of life. You have to protect your spiritual energy and your emotional energy, okay? You do not want to be friends with vampires, energy vampires at that. So just make sure that you take your time and don't rush into a situation, but exercise determination and thought, you know, when you are focusing on a passion of yours. Or if it's communication, if you want to hurry up and release an apology or whatever the case may be, take time to think about these things before you up and do it. I don't want you to just say things just because you think it's going to sound good. Like, actually mean it. But it's time to take control of your life and also take accountability for what you allow in your life too. This could also pertain to, when I'm looking at the Eight of Cups, this could be someone walking away from you as well because of the negative energy, or you're not taking something serious. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this reading. Let's see what the universe wants you to know as a closing statement. Okay, so the first card out, tap into your spiritual power. And it says, reach out to a power greater than yourself to help solve a dilemma. Stay open to its guidance in your life. So if you need to meditate or talk to your guardian angels or spirit guides, God, the universe, however you view your higher self, it's time to tap into that so that you can listen to its guidance at this time. We have let go of being a martyr. And it said, because like it said, some energies may not even belong to you. Okay? This is a generalized reading, so I can't really pinpoint everything. I just see that I need to say this. So, it says, find a balance between giving and receiving, and it is not healthy to give so much that you feel ill or exhausted. So, I feel like this is more of a reading about the self more than anything. The other situations that I saw can very well not manifest, but very well can resonate. But I'm thinking that this is talking about you as a whole, or if there's a cross watcher, you know, yeah. Anyway, so it says to find your purpose. And it says, when you feel like you don't fit into this world, remember that you are here to create a better one. And your tender heart deserves treasure, or is a treasure. And that is similar to what it was saying with the Grand Symphony. You are a worthy and valuable piece of this quilt, or you play a major role in this symphony. So just allow yourself to be loud. Let yourself be heard for once and stop hiding your voice. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck we have embrace your imperfections. And it says release the idea that you must be without flaws. See, I said that I felt like some of you are perfectionists. And it says humans are imperfect, messy, and miraculous. Simply aim to be the best person possible. So at the end of the day, like I said, I think this could resonate in different aspects of your life, but in particularly, I'm thinking that this week it is asking for you to go within yourself, and it's time to transition. You got some transitioning to do because you, for whatever reason, don't feel like you belong. You're out of sorts right now, and that's okay. We're going to get you where you need to be. But first it starts with you. So please pray, 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 and I pray that you get some answers that you need to kind of help you alleviate this stress and this self-depreciating energy, because this breaks my heart for you, dear Libra. Okay, so if this reading resonates, please give me a thumbs up or not. Drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and tell your friends about me. But remember this, when life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, Libras. Please take care of yourself, all right? I love you. Bye.